This is going to be a real short recording for YouTube. I just kind of want to show you. I know there's like 2 videos of this up on the channel. I've been playing this a fuck ton off stream, so you can kind of see like the changes that have happened from the last video. And this is going to be very short. I literally am wrapping up the end of stream. I'll probably play for maybe like 30-45 minutes. This is going to be a real short one, but it's going to want to show you what's going on, what I'm currently working on. I got all of my stuff over here. I'm kind of making this, everything has a place right now, and it kind of looks like a fucking hot mess, and I get it. But trust me, it's all got a thought and a plan for now. But as you can see from our builds, we've unlocked every single character. We've got almost every building made that we can. We just have these mega buildings left. That costs like a shit ton of things to make, right? So we're working on getting the resources for those. And then yeah, so we're gonna do a little bit of a grab of stuff here. Get a bunch of resources. I need what I need 20 more. God, 5K, so much. It's gonna be so nice to get that. All right. I need what? I need a stone. You fucking kidding me? I need 1 stone. Where are you? There. I bought a stone. All right. Thankfully, these 2 are independent of what they need. All right, but as I was saying, I've got everybody available. I have feelings about them to various degrees. I hate the Radical. He literally is, he plays the game for you, and I'm not even shitting you. Which is why I've beaten every level with him and the Tactician, because the Tactician turns the game into a turn-based game. So if you literally do Tactician and the Radical, you don't play the game at all, and you're like, oh well, that seems kind of what, huh? I'm confused. And I will show you. We'll do the Radical, we'll do the Tactician, and we're just gonna do like the base level, because I don't feel like kind of my luck on some of the harder ones, because this one fucking almost killed me, because your dudes do not get out of the way of floor environmental hazards. They're able to stand there and fucking take damage like doofuses. But I did grind them out, so these 2 have beaten every level in the game. But I'm going to show you the base level. And we'll do it on fast. So you can see, so controller in hand, been using it. Now you've seen them move them before if you use like the super smart guy. But not touching shit. I will pause the game in 3, 2, 1. Okay, and then I will move around so you can see that I'm actually doing stuff. And then boom. So with these two, you can see that you literally turn this into like an AFK auto battler. You don't have to do anything. You just set it and forget it. I played a little bit with the tactician just to see what he was like on my own. Not a big fan. I think he's great if you like struggle with you know, I'm gonna turn down a little bit too, just because it's distracting me. It's only because it's late and I am tired. So I think the tactician is great if you struggle with sort of the chaotic nature of the game, especially some of the later levels, and you kind of want to like slow it down and like look at patterns and try to avoid damage. But I feel like if that's what you're going for, you get them way too late in the game to walks into shots. I literally had him lose almost half his health once, but just walking through like a barrage of arrows. But the tactician, I think you get too late if you were like struggling with the game. I feel like you should be an earlier pick, because I think you get him in like the 3rd or 4th level. I think it might be like the 4th. And the radical you get super late. He's the last character you get. So, you know, he's whatever. Like I said, he literally just plays the game for you. So you can pair him with anybody, and he'll do a pretty decent job of beating the levels for you. So if you're struggling, or if you just like have a character you don't like if you're like, oh, I fucking hate the empty nesters, you can pair him with him to play the game for you. You don't even have to worry about it. But then if that's what you're doing, then why not just like have him play the whole game for you? So there's that. I really like, I think it's my favorite character, and surprised I don't see a lot of people playing with them, but is the makeshift Sisyphean. He doesn't do any direct damage, so, you know, like the Iron Ball doesn't do shit for him, but his AoEs and his what am I thinking? His AoEs and his dots do like 4 times damage. Sorry, it's super late. It's almost midnight when I'm recording this. So, what that means is you can do some fun shit, and I saw one of a YouTuber that I enjoy who does games like this, who does vampires, who did Vampire Survivors and does Mega Bomb, by the name of Dex. He posted a video literally today that is one of my favorite combos with the makeshift Sisyphean, which is doing the nuke, which is really easy to make. Actually, all you need to do is you need to get fire and iron, which makes a bomb. And then you combine the bomb with poison. To those 3 things, you get the nuke, and then you go, oh, well, what if I had like 4 nukes? And for that, you then fuse the nuke with the cell ball, which will then give you 4 nuclear bombs. And it's absolutely ridiculous the amount of damage that thing can do. It will destroy bosses. And I'm not gonna do like a bunch of resets to try and get a run, but like after this one finishes, we'll see if we can get one going, because I just want to show it to you, because I think it's really fun. And then because you can pair people together to kind of like have this good party, there's a couple like really fun choices. You can do, because you need iron and fire, and the Sisyphean gives you earth, you can do something like oh, who am I thinking? Like the shield bear, because he gives you iron. And that way you can also bounce balls off of, you know, your shield to do extra damage. It doesn't do much for your nukes, but if you get lucky enough in the cell bounce, you can get something like that going. It's really fun. So the nuke's really fun, as well as Satan. Satan is by far the most, when it comes to just like effective ball, Satan is the most effective ball you can pair with the makeshift Sisyphean, because Satan's like the sun, but better. Because what Satan does is Satan just says every second, the sun says whenever you hit an enemy, I add a stack of burn to every enemy you can see, which is every enemy that you can draw a line from that enemy sprite to your character without it intersecting another enemy. So usually that involves, it's a little hard to see right now, but like second row guys, I'm pointing to the screen over here like you can fucking see it. But second row guys are people who are like surrounded by dudes. So if you have like a box of guys and you have an inner box, the outer box will get hit by the fire, the inner box won't. Satan says, what if I just said, fuck that shit, and I applied burn to everybody on the screen every second? And it capped out at like 5 stacks. So after like 5 seconds, everybody's got burned. And then you go, well, don't forget, it's Fian says, you take that burn and multiply it by 4. So we'll try and show you some of those. That'll be a little harder because Satan, so weird to say, but Satan is harder to find than a nuke. Because for Satan, you need to get the Charm Ball, which is the last ball that you unlock. And then you need to pair that with the Dark Ball, and then you need to get another Charm Ball. Okay, sorry, you get a Charm Ball, and you can pair that with either the Dark Ball or the Vampire Ball. And then you need to get another Charm Ball, and then pair that with the other one. And then when you combine those, you'll get what's called an Incubus and a Succubus. And when you combine the Incubus and Succubus, you get Satan. It's a little complicated. I'll see if I can't pull one of those for you as well. But that one's a little harder to do. It's a little more luck dependent. The nuke's usually fairly easy to get. We'll see about showing those off kind of as we get near the end, because still not playing the game, right? Still trying to move things, and it doesn't work. So really, I'm using this turn-based auto-battler AFK arena-esque game to, this idle game is really what it is right now. To give you an intro on what we're going to try and do in this short video. So yeah, just honestly enjoy the weirdness. Like I said, because there's achievements, because I'm playing on Xbox. Here, let me. Boop. As you can see, Xbox. They like my achievements. I'm working on getting all of them in this game. So, if you do have any thoughts, comments, anything that you want to talk about with this game, feel free to drop them in the comments. I will address them. I will give you my favorite combination of characters, my favorite combination of balls outside of doing Satan and the nuke, which do take a little while to get because they are some of the later game. Well, actually, the nuke you can get really fucking early, right? Since it does require very simple things. Satan you can't get till near the end of the game. But I'm more than happy to give you any thoughts, comments, suggestions on build crafting or anything like that as you work towards your playthroughs of the game. And let me know what you like to do. I like to see it. This game has so many fun and unique combinations that you can do that really auto battler fucking didn't even hit together. But this game has so many fun new combinations that I'm probably missing some really cool shit that I'm just not even thinking about. So I'd love to hear kind of what you've done, what you've got going on as well. But all right, that is the auto battler, done and done. Just if you are struggling, I guess my early recommendations right now are to focus on these buildings, the buildings that give you scale, that increase your scaling. Because I think you started like E or D or whatever for everything, and then these buildings that will increase your stats permanently, they're better than the ones that just give you like a +1, +2, +3, like these ones. Because these ones just improve your scaling permanently. And getting S tier scaling is fucking awesome. And then you got these where you can just increase your stats indefinitely or infinitely. And I'll make those in a little bit. But right now, what I'm really honestly focusing on, actually, I'll make this too, because that's not too bad from a cost thing. It is just trying to get these ones done. Because right now, I've got the one that gives me an extra ball slot. So I get 5 balls. I look to have an extra passive slot, and then increase the starting level of all of my passives too. And I need money, so I build a shit ton of banks. And then I would like that, just to build that building. All right, another achievement done. Put these back over there. I had a spare grants. All my grants maxed out. I need 1,500 granite. But okay, let's see if we can't get you some cool combos. So, show you, select you. All right. So, all the characters, right? Early on, my opinion, Itchy Finger is one of the best starting characters you can use. Primarily because of the fact that he starts with Burn, and Burn is a phenomenal ball. And then you can literally pair it with the Embedded, which I think you get in like the 2nd level. And you've already like a decent part of the way there to getting a nuke. You get the Iron Ball, which the Iron Ball is available from the beginning, I believe. The Shade, hate him. I hate the fact that he shoots from the back of the screen down. And so what that can mean is if you don't take out your lines, you can easily get swarmed. So if you are trying to beat levels with the Shade, my biggest tip to you, and this is, I'm gonna apologize right now. This is my first time I'm trying to do like a tip guide. It's shit. It's all over the place. They'll get better, I promise you. But if you're playing with the Shade, pair him with the Shield Bearer. Because the Shield Bearer has a big fucking shield in front of him, and he can bounce the balls back if there's something that you're absolutely trying to kill. The Cogitator, he automatically chooses your choices for you. It sounds worse than it actually is. He's actually not too bad at picking them. But you just kind of gotta, get ready to let go and let live. Unfortunately, you cannot pair him with the Radical because the Radical does what he does, but more. The Physicist is okay. He's a little weird. But the Physicist helps you make the sun. because you make the sun with burn and light, and it's a great ball. Juggler's okay. What he lets you do is you lob balls to wherever you want, so you can kind of get the pesky mobs, but it can be a little annoying, especially if you have like enemies that are shooting at you a lot, like in the final levels. Primarily, actually, that one right there that he's beat, because they shoot tracking arrows, which are a bitch. The flagellant is okay. Balls bounce up the bottom of the screen, so he is a great person to pair with the cohabitants, because I think you can. Yeah. So because he gets the egg sac, they get the brood mother. You just make a shit ton of baby balls. So you just want to get things that bump your baby ball damage. The spendthrift is interesting because he does shoot out everything in a wide arc. So you could pair him with almost anybody, and he works pretty well. Again, makeshift sisyphus, my favorite, my goat. Right, no direct damage, but AoE and status effect is increased by 4, and no baby balls. So you definitely don't want to pair him with certain people like the cohabitant. But I think he'd probably be really good with the empty nester, and she shoots in multiple instances of a special ball. Yep. What else? As we kind of work our way up here, I talked about the shield bearer. Honestly, pairs really well with anybody because his balls do double damage when they bounce off anything. So pair him with the shade if you're having trouble with beating enemies with the shade, or pair him with like the cohabitants, because you can just get, like, since they shoot twice the amount of balls, but each ball does half damage, you can just put them right in front of an enemy's melee range and just bounce the balls back and forth really fast and just do massive amounts of damage. Empty nester, she works fairly well with anybody, but I usually like pairing her with the embedded, because you just get to shoot your all you're doing is you're shooting special balls and just piercing through enemies. And the repent is just another great one. They pair with almost anybody, but we're gonna go with makeshift sisyphus, and we will do just the itchy finger. And let's pick a fun one that will hopefully show off the power of either the sun or what am I thinking? Either the sun or the nukes. So let's go with the fungal forest, because I know that's one that like a lot of people struggle with. And we'll go on fast, just so I can get some kind of a bonus from this. And hopefully, because there are going to be no cuts in this, so hopefully I get what I want. And I'm already seeing what I like. So because I am going to go for the nuke, we're going to skip the sun, but we'll take the cell. And then honestly, this doesn't matter too much, but we are going to take AoE. And I am doing massive damage, partially because all my stats are S rank, right? So that helps a lot. They have the best scaling you can possibly get. We'll take pressure valve. So for the makeshift sisyphus, because all of this stuff is AoE based, I generally try to pick things that enhance AoE thing or just have AoE damage. The makeshift valve just says when you kill somebody, they explode and deal damage to the enemies near them. By the way, lasers, Also phenomenal with assist fin, but we're going for nukes here, so we're not going to worry about that. As always, shoot to the corners if you can, unless you got something you're trying to kill, in which case, straight ahead, unless they got a shield up. Alright. We will take the iron ball so we can get our bombs. Trying to avoid picking up the fusion until you. Oh no, I do like you though, so fuck it, we'll take it. Oh, also, if you can't get iron for some reason, magma is a pretty good one as well. And that's just earth and fire, and those are base ones you can get. Banish you, and maybe reroll for poison. Or poison. Or actually, if we take that and we get another fire, we could make the sun as well. We could have nukes and suns. I do like the idea. All right. Make bombs. Just simple, iron and fire. Super easy to make. Alright, there's poison, so if I can get poison maxed out, we can just go straight to nukes. Oh, I don't have bombs. Bombs are a 2. Fuck me. Okay. This is fixable, simply because we're guaranteed to get an evolution here. I don't care about most of these, so we're just gonna re-roll. I don't actually think there's anything I really need. Anything sound fun? I will take this silver. Alright. Evolution. There's the nuke. Fire and iron makes bomb. Poison and bomb makes nuclear bomb. Because of the makeshift Sisyphant, the nuke does 3,000 to 3,100 to 5,168 damage to all nearby enemies and applies a stack of radiation permanently to everybody. And you can do this every 3 seconds. Base, right? This is a level 1 nuclear bomb. It's gonna get dumber, I promise you. So. That's the nuke. And then we'll make the sun as well. Let's get all of the AoEs. Only thing we're really not going to be able to make with this build is probably Satan, but we'll work on him next. Alright, and I know what you're thinking. You're like, damn, Gabe. Alright, we get the sun. That nuke is ridiculous. Like, it's just taking out like a whole square of enemies. And I'm like, I know, right? But alright. Got the nuke. I'm throwing a lot of shit at you. I apologize. But I want you to see how ridiculous all this stuff can get. Okay, now. Sun. Finds all enemies in view, which is why we took the blindfolded thing earlier, so now everything has like a 20% chance to crit. And applies a stack of burn every second. Max 5 stacks. Remember, in view is anybody that you can draw a direct line from our character to any enemy character, right? Without intersecting another enemy. So anybody that has direct line of sight to us. And that will apply 1 stack of burn. And that burn lasts for 6 seconds, and it does anywhere between 52 to 104 damage per stack. So at 5 stacks, you're dealing 520 damage per second. Things don't survive with this kind of combo. And it's stuff like this, like using the sun and the nuke, which is why I like the makeshift sycophant so much. Because the AoE damage just gets... The AoE and the dot damage just gets ridiculous. And we're not even, like, fully leveled up yet. You know what? We'll take a laser. Just in case we can get that going, too. Alright. I know that we're kind of just blowing through everything here, but I want you to see and at least appreciate how stupid this gets. And it's about to get dumber. Because we have one nuke right now. But what if... It doesn't matter which order you do these in the way, by the way. I just don't like the blue nuke. We combined the cell, which splits into, like, it can clone itself 4 times when it hits an enemy, or when it hits something, and the nuke. And you're like, but no, surely you're not going to get, like, 4 fucking nukes, right? That'd be super dumb. Yes, you will. Splits into a clone on hit 4 times. So if you hit 4 enemies, you get 4 of these. And each hit will explode, dealing 4,134 damage to 7,234 damage to all nearby enemies, and applying 1 stack of radiation permanently. Each stack of radiation increases damage received by 15%. And this is a 3-second cooldown, which means you're probably not going to throw up a 3-second cooldown, because it's going to take more than 3 seconds for this thing to stop bouncing around. And so when everything does blow up, because you're going to get 4 of these probably, so everything's going to get the max, like, almost max stacks, right? Because you have 5 stacks max, so you can go up to, what, 75% damage. But with 1 shot, you're probably going to get to 4, so you're going to get, you know, 60% extra damage to all things that somehow survive this, which isn't a lot. You're mainly looking at bosses. You pair this with the sun that is blinding enemies, as well as adding what was it, 520 fire damage per second. It's stupid. It's so dumb. Oh, yeah. I don't have enemies lasting long enough to show you how dumb this gets. And if I get lucky, I'm gonna have another thing to show you. Oop. Just get a holy laser involved too. Why not? Okay, 200 some odd damage. Yeah, it's bucket, right? Nothing survived. This is happy times right here. But you can see the nukes just going off back there. And I'm just kind of chilling. Don't have to pay too much attention to anything. So this is the charm ball, by the way. This is the last ball you get. It's got some interesting things you can pair it with. But it's nothing we can really do to make it better for us. So we're gonna take this, the laser, and actually we'll just do this, you know, and hopefully, I don't know if this is gonna work. My hope is that, yeah, so every enemy that it hits will deal 93 to 166 damage to all nearby enemies in a 4x4 square. And then in addition to that, it will then do laser damage. And then why not? And the reason I picked this level, aside from it kind of having a fun boss, is even though we're kind of just like walking and doing this as like a walk in the park, I actually struggled with this level a lot when I first played it. I kept getting overwhelmed, and it fucked me up for a good while. If I knew about the nukes, I don't think I would have been overwhelmed anywhere near as bad as I did. All right. So, there you go. Makeshift Sisyphant, kind of nasty. You can see that the nuke with the cell did 1,879,643 damage with a DPS of 6,533.75. By far out damaging anything else we have, right? Like, by a mile. So, hands down, the best thing I found really is the nuke plus the cell. Now, I'm going to try and show you Satan. Satan's harder to get. We're still going to go with a makeshift Sisyphant so you can kind of see, like, you know, how uber strong the dots can be with it. But I'm also not confident we're going to get them. And it is very late for me. So what I'm going to say is hopefully we get them. I'm going to do one run to try and get it. And if we get it, awesome sauce. If we don't, too bad. So I'm going to go with the makeshift Sisyphant. Because let's see, otherwise I'd need what? The Shade and the Spendthrift to kind of get the two starters that I need. and I'm not really feeling like that. So we'll go with the makeshift sycophant, however, and the spendthrift if I can. I can't. So instead, I want to do this. So we need that and that, that and that. Ah, that's a bummer. Okay. Well. Fuck it. That is a big old bummer you do. The spendthrift or the shade. They're both not available. So the itchy finger we go. And we'll try the smoldering depth. And here's hoping. Charm Ball, good start. We'll take the Kiss of Death. This isn't doing much for us right now, so we're actually kind of handicapping ourselves with the Charm Ball. Okay. I picked the wrong. No, I said I'm not gonna do a restart. I'm gonna do it because I'm pissed at myself. Apologize. What if we just take you, and then we'll take you. What the fuck was that? And then I'm gonna banish and banish. And we're not doing nukes this time because we already showed off how fun they are. We will get the sun though again. And we will take you. And now we need the Charm Ball. And honestly, if we get the sun, then I don't even really need to worry about my damage output. The sun should be enough, basically. There's the Charm Ball. Perfect. And we'll get the sun right now. Oh, God. Sorry for the... Sorry for the low energy. It's, like I said, it's late at night. But I wanted to get something going, kind of make up for being gone for a little while. I'm going to banish Sack. And I will take the... for exploding enemies. And then I'm going to try and farm soon. I would love to get... I'm going for dark. To do that, you to you, and you to you. I have 2 left over. Yeah, fuck it. Oh god. Okay, that worked out really well for me, surprisingly. Now he's gonna get another one. Perfect. Make the succubus. So the succubus and incubus are very similar in the sense that they both have a chance to charm enemies. But the difference is, for the succubus, as you can see, when you hit them, you get 1 hit point back. However, with the incubus, they become cursed, where if you hit them 5 times, you take a boatload of damage. And I need dark. I don't need vampire. This is what I mean by standing close and just fucking people up. Ah! Oh, there must be money for another reroll. Alright. We're gonna fuse you 2 together so we can get 4 suns! And then we'll level up the succubus while we're at it. Dark, great. We just need a charm ball again. Come on. Take the free upgrades while we can, and hopefully we just find a charm ball. Oh, this is getting kind of hairy. Fuck. That was just pure habit. Shouldn't have grabbed it. I was like, ooh. Alright, here we go. Nothing but balls. You can see the sun's just going absolutely mental up there. Shit. And yes. Take the 1. Yes, we have to. And then I believe we should be okay. I think we'll get a... we should get a... what am I thinking? An evolution here, and then we'll get another one shortly. I need a fuck ton of rocks. I knew that was something. Didn't know what it was. As you can tell, I haven't actually made it yet, but I was like, both these things are all about passing through stuff. And normally, if I was playing by myself with my balls, I would check it out. But because I got you here, and we're playing with my balls together, we're going to do the right thing. And I'm going to show you Satan. The thing to do this, like I said, same as before, right? Has a chance to charm. That's fine. It's the second sentence that changed. Charmed enemies curse nearby enemies. Cursed enemies are dealt 945 to 1890 damage to be hit 5 times. That is because of the Sisyphant. The Sisyphant, although he doesn't do direct damage, he adds so much to like any of your AoE or dot builds that it is ridiculous. And I did not even see that there. So I'm hoping we get one more. Otherwise, I'm a little hosed. Oh, I'm so dumb. Oh, I could have just done the evolution with that one. Oh, I could have seen what my fucking dress combo is. Like, doubt we're getting 2, but if we do, we'll see it. Alright, Satan. This guy is ridiculous. Alright. All active adds 1 stack of burn to all active enemies per second. So, not the ones you can see like the sun, every enemy on the screen. So, right, permanently. And then they get 5 stacks, and they do 95 to 189 damage per stack. Again, this is a level 1 Satan. It gets worse, and makes them go berserk, dealing 124 to 227 damage to every adjacent enemy every second. This dude, if you got access to the charm ball, like if you made it down far enough to get it, this is your screen clearer. This is the guy that you go, I am getting mobbed. You call on Satan, okay? You don't call the Holy Laser, which is what's my previous like screen clearer. The nuke is phenomenal, as you saw. Satan's your friend. So we take our 2 little demons. We no longer charm things. They just go absolutely batshit insane. And then as, like here, I'm gonna stop shooting. As things come in, they are already cursed. They are berserk. They are already pissed. I realize I can't fully stop because I have the itchy trigger finger. But I'm just saying, Satan's your go-to guy. He's your go-to guy if you are having trouble with levels and mobs. And let's find out what this is. I don't know this one yet. This is going to be a new one for me. Ooh, the Phantom Regalia. Balls go through enemies until they hit the back wall. Balls do 50% more damage when going through enemies. Fucking dope. So, the interesting thing about Satan is I don't think you actually shoot him. Right? He just sort of is. Which is kind of cool. So, if you actually fuse him with another ball, it makes him worse. He's one of the few balls that you just kind of touch. You just let him do his thing. Now, if we focus on it, we honestly probably could have gotten Satan, the Sun, or at least Satan and a nuke, which is also ridiculous. All right, max Satan. Here we go. So everything's on fire, everything's mad. Just level up the Phantom Regalia a little bit more. So because Satan's like just doing so much work and clearing out everything in the back, as you can see, they're dying before the balls even get to them, right? Like, I don't even have to worry about that shit. I can just kind of play. Fuck it, lasers, why not? Lasers are cool. There we go. So, Satan, 1 billion damage. Again, a beast, right? Next closest is what? The Cell Sun. It did 620,691 with 998 DPS. Whereas Satan, 1,333,331,225 with 4,696 DPS. And you can see all the things that didn't do shit for us, right? So, you can see. So if you're struggling, my suggestion, nukes with cells, so they split. The Sun, also with cells if you want, but the Sun and Satan. Those three, and Satan again. Satan's your last resort because he's the hardest to get. But those three balls should absolutely help you clear out levels, bosses, whatever you are struggling with. The only downside, honestly, to any of them is the nuke. And the nuke's problem really is the fact that it does have that cooldown time, right? So I don't suggest the nuke unless you also have like, the nuke is great in general. I would say if you are struggling between like clearing ads, go for the Sun, and then the nuke is your secondary choice when you can pair it with the Cell, just because that cooldown is rough. However, the extra damage is always nice, so it's up to you on whatever you're struggling with. But that is what I did to honestly kind of like power through most of the levels. I'll just kind of grab a person so you can see. So for me, what I really did is I came in here honestly with the itchy trigger finger. And the physicist, surprisingly, was my first pair down here, and that was because I actually had the makeshift Sisyphant on something else. But the makeshift Sisyphant was my like go-to guy for clearing most of the levels once I got him. Just because he does so much for you. It just sort of by virtue of being who he is. So we are going to do a quick harvest. And by quick, I mean real quick. We can just kind of speed this shit along. We're going another one because we have the money, and that one is going to be purely focused on leveling that up. Anything else is just nice. All right. So we now have 5 balls, 5 passives. Even though it doesn't really matter much over here. Let's kind of keep on keeping on with the stuff. No more housing. We need 1,500 rocks for that. And then once I do that, I'm just gonna build all of these in one go. And then I'll come back and work on expanding everything. Actually, I could probably expand a bunch right now. Yeah, let me... Hang on. I need to keep on doing what I'm doing, which is the right thing, which is prioritizing my resources first. My rocks is all maxed out, which is good for me. So let's start. Actually, hang on. I have more than enough for all that. Rocks is all I need, and rocks is maxed. So yeah, fuck it. Fuck it, let's have some fun. Expand. 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 All right. There we go. I don't know if there's gonna be more videos of this. If you do like it and you want more, let me know. I'm gonna 100% this game. I will get all the achievements in it. I don't have that much left to do. It's really just make the. Yeah, I can just show you actually. All I have left is complete the game, which is get everything. Unlike everything in the encyclopedia, which, is all I have left. I've gotten every ball. I just need to do all the passives. And the passives I really have left are the ones that are like what you saw, where I have to make something and combine it. And then all of these ones are almost done. And then this is just make one of those infinite ones. I do have the blueprints for both of these. And then 100 stone in a single harvest, 100 wood in a single harvest, and kill 10,000 enemies, and then complete every level with every character, which I'm going to be doing. That's not even a question. And then these ones I'll kind of get as I beat every level with every character. So not that much more work left for me. So I will be completing it. The question really is going to be whether I'm going to finish it off recording on my own, or if I'm going to make another video for you guys. I'm going to try and get this one pumped out to you early. Maybe pair it with another video. That way, it's because I know this is super short, right? This is an hour. But I want to get this out so that way I don't actually finish the game without you here. So I'm gonna call it for here. It's way later than I meant to. It's way past my bedtime. I'm gonna get out of here. I do hope you enjoyed this. I don't know YouTube that well. I'm still trying to figure it out. I know I've got like a shit ton of videos up there, which I'm very happy with the progress that they're getting. And I need to get better about things. I promise you, those of you that watched Slay the Princess, there is more coming. I've got it slated out, so it's going to be coming up soon. I'll be streaming it. So if you do want to see me play it live, again, stop on my Twitch. Or if you want to be notified when I go live with that, stop on my Discord. Links for the both of those will be in the description of the video. Otherwise, poke around. Lots of content for you. I try to keep it all nice and neatly organized, so if there's anything you want to see, go ahead, take a look. And if there's anything you do want to see, join Discord, tell me it in the Suggested Games channel. All right, I'm out of here. I will see you later. Thank you very much. My name is Gabriel, aka AK Double Dog. Good to be back, and I'll see you in the next one.